Success is a habit, and the more successful you want to be, the better your habits have to be. Welcome to the Daily Genius. I am Dr. Will. I'm super excited that you're here with us this morning. So, once again, I'm just so excited that we're on this journey. For those of you that are in Genius Nation, I thank you for showing up. I thank you for your engagement. For those of you that we post this video on YouTube as well. So I want to invite you to join the Genius Nation. Genius Nation is a private Facebook group. And it's a community that I created. We have over 1,000 motivated individuals, and it's a community that I created because I wanted to create a space for like-minded individuals to come to, so we can just encourage each other, so we can learn from each other, so we can grow with each other. The world is filled with so much negativity. I wanted to create a safe space. I wanted to create a place where you could genuinely come and be inspired on a daily basis. And so over the years, what I've been doing is refining what I want this community to be. And I'm so just honored that you would even be inside our community that we call Genius Nation. So I don't know if I've done this recently, but I want to talk about Genius Nation and my philosophy around Genius Nation. So when you think about the word genius, that word genius for me is an acronym. It's an acronym. And so it stands for getting engaged in unique significance. Getting engaged in unique significance. So G, getting, E-N, engage, N-I, N-U, unique significance, genius. So for the last 20 plus years, that's been my message, that everybody could live genius. Everybody could get engaged in unique significance, meaning you're living your best quality of life. And so for the last 20 years, I've traveled literally all around the world to share this philosophy, to share this ideology that you can live genius. And as I've developed this concept out, this is the Daily Genius. The group is called Genius Nation because years ago when I was doing research and I was really trying to figure out my own life, I asked God, I said, God, why am I here? I said, God, why am I here? Why am I on this planet? And God began to talk to me and to share with me my mission, my assignment on this planet. And one of the ways God speaks to me is he speaks to me through the Bible, right? So I read the Bible every day, and certain texts, or he'll lead me to a certain text that speaks specifically to me. So to give you the short of it, years ago, I was asking God, what is my mission? What is my assignment? And he sent me over to Psalms 118. And he sent me over to Psalms 18. And when I read Psalms 18, there's a verse in Psalms 118 that says, you shall not die, but live. You should not die, but live. And I began to meditate. On that. You should not die, but live. And I began to ask God, what does that mean? What is he saying to me? And he began to share with me that he wanted me to let people know that he wanted them to live in victory every day. L-I-V-E, live in victory every day. Live in victory every day. God wants you to live in victory every day. And so I began to share that message that God wanted you to live in victory every day. And as I began to talk about this message and I began to study this out, he then gave me the second part of it. Once again, I was reading the Bible again, and I was over in Corinthians, and this scripture in Corinthians chapter 9, it says, Paul was talking The Apostle Paul was talking, and he says, I wish that every person was like me, but I realize that everyone has their own proper gift from God. And I began to search out that word gift, and I realized that that was another word for genius. And when we think about the word genius, usually we think about people like Aristotle. We think about people like Steve Jobs, or even Bill Gates, or Picasso, people in the arts and people in the science. But what I begin to realize about that word genius is the word genius just simply means natural ability. Natural ability. And so all of us have a natural ability. And so that's why I reference and I refer to each of us as geniuses, because we all have a natural ability. And so that was the first major book that I wrote that really kind of put me on the map. Is called Genius Potential. And I explained in the book that it's, your responsibility to identify your genius, develop your genius, and then release your genius into the world. And so as I began to look at that, my assignment to the world was to teach them how to live genius. So that's what I'm motivated by. That's what I'm inspired to do, is to help people live in victory every day while getting engaged in unique significance. So living in victory every day, Live, live, while getting engaged in unique significance. Live genius. That's what live genius means. And so I've invested my life and will continue to invest my life to inspire people, influence people, and to motivate people to live a genius life. And so that's what this group is about. I want to inspire you and motivate you and influence you to live genius. And so I want this space here that we have to be your space where you check in every day. And myself and my team, what we're doing is every day we're going to, Monday through Friday, have something in here to prompt you, to give you something to think about, whether you're an entrepreneur, business owner, or career professional. If you're a positive person and you just want to be the best version of yourself, then this community is for you. This community is for you. So with that being said, this closing out this year and going into the new year, I wanted to figure out a way where I could impact and add more value to the group. And so what I decided to do is show up every single day for 365 days and provide a video for you that kind of just gives you the behind the scenes of how I operate my life, how I operate my businesses. So as we go on throughout the year, I'm going to be showing you different aspects of my day, different aspects of my life and my businesses. I'm going to share with you what I primarily do on a day-to-day basis. I'm a professional. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a professional speaker. I also have a consultant company. So we do consultant work with all types of Fortune 500 companies. We do work with colleges and organizations, governmental organizations as well. And so I'm going to show you how, I just spin all of that and how I make it all work. But my main goal is to really show people like what it takes, because there's so much fluff out there, right? Many times people like me that, they call us social influencers. We show you guys all the wins, but we really don't show you the process, and we don't show you the failures. Like, I lose more than I win. Does that make sense? Let me explain that. So as a consultant, as a professional speaker, I get told no more than I get told yes. Like when we send out, and I'll show you guys all of that throughout the year. When we send out invitations for people to invite me to come in, everybody doesn't say yes. But here's the sweet thing about it. I don't need everybody to say yes, right? I don't need everybody to say yes. I just need a certain amount of people to say yes. And so the goal becomes getting that certain amount, whether it's 20 people, 30 people, 40 people to say yes. That's all we work on, is figuring out how to get 40 people, 30 people, 20 people to say yes. And there's a lot that goes into getting those 20, 30, 40 people to say yes. And that's kind of what I want to show you. I want to show you the process. So Yes, I live a wonderful life. Yes, I experience amazing things in my life, but I want to give people the behind the scenes of how that stuff kind of comes together. And then I'm going to show you, like, even today, we're going to talk about my 10 before 10. My 10 before 10. It's a system that I've created that helps me be the most productive individual I can be. And I'm going to share that with you and break that down to you. My 10 before 10. So let's see here. All right. I had a slide for you. And it is telling me that it's taking too long to upload. Let me see if it uploads now. All right, perfect. It uploads. So this is real time. I'm live right now, and this is some of the things, like, you'll be doing webinars, seminars, or whatever, and maybe technology doesn't work, and how do you all that type of stuff, because this is real life. I want to show you real life. So here's my 10 before 10. So there are 10 things that I do every day before 10 a.m. to make me have what I would consider a productive day. For me to say today was a good day, for me to feel as though I maximized my day. Here are 10 things that I do on a day-to-day basis. Now, you can modify this. Once again, I think in an earlier video, I told you that for me, I wake up anytime between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. Take this information and make it make sense for you. Make it make sense for you. So yours may not be 10 before 10. Yours may just be my 5 dailies, right? What are 5 things that you need to do to make sure you have a productive day? Now, for me, these 10 things cover the most important areas of my life: my spiritual, my personal, and my professional, right? My spiritual, my personal, and my professional. So these 10 things for me cover those 3 elements in my life: my spiritual, my personal, and my professional. So I wake up every single morning and I pray. I pray every single day. That connects me and reminds me that I'm not on this journey by myself. It allows me to realize that I have help in this world. It also reminds me that I am a spiritual being having a natural experience. I'm a spiritual being having a natural experience. Second thing I like to do is meditate. Meditation just helps me clear out my mind, helps me get focused for today on what I need to do. Then I like to read. I read the Bible every day, and I also read a positive, motivational, or inspirational book. Fourth thing I do is journal. Journaling helps me get my ideas out my head, and it's very therapeutic for me. And so I love being able to go back and look over at my journals and see the journey that I've been on, some of the things that I've accomplished and things like that. Fifth thing I do is I go and I walk. This allows me to get my daily exercise. It lets me connect with nature, and it lets me think. It gives me some more thinking time. So I love going for a walk. I walk anywhere between 4 and 6 miles a day. The sixth thing I do is I connect with a family member or a friend that I haven't connected with in a while. I just simply will shoot them a text. I will inbox them and just let them know I'm thinking about them. Maybe it's a friend that I haven't talked to in a long time, or maybe it's somebody that I've seen doing something amazing and I just want to congratulate them. But I make a human connection. Number 7 is 25 new contacts. This is the business side of it. Every day I send out 25 correspondence to individuals, letting them know that I'm for hire, that I can come and serve their company, their organization, or even serve them. Number 8, I follow up. So from those 25 contacts every day, people reach back out, and so I follow up with them. Number 9 is I'm intentional about laughing. I'm intentional about laughing. So I'll go on YouTube or I'll go on, one of these platforms, TikTok, and just find something that's funny. I have a couple of people that I watch on TikTok that are comedians that make me laugh. And so I'm very intentional about laughing. And then number 10, I create. I make sure I create, whether that's working on a book project, maybe that's working on a newsletter or something, but I make sure that I create. Now, these are the 10 things that I do. These are the 10 things that I do on a day-to-day basis to ensure that I'm my most productive self, that I'm my most grounded self. Now, that's not all I do in a day, but that is the foundation of my day. So, for instance, after 10 a.m., if something happened, maybe I'm speaking or whatever, I've anchored my day already. I feel as though, man, I got those 25 emails out. I followed up. I did my exercise. I did my reading. I did my meditation. I'm pretty grounded. No matter what happens after 10 a.m. today, I feel as though I'm pretty grounded. And so there's a lot that can happen in life. But what I found out that very rarely do any emergencies, since I've been doing this for the last 20 plus years, literally in that time span, we've had like one emergency. Like one morning we woke up and our dryer and our washer the pipe had broken, the house was flooding, or one of the pipes, and the floor was flooding. That's only happened once. So what I found out over the years, emergencies really don't like to happen until after 10 a.m. pretty much, right? And so doing all of these things inside of this time period gives me the time to do it. So that's why it's my 10 before 10. So I hope this has helped you out. I always like to share my 10 before 10. People contact me all the time and tell me how they've implemented the 10 before 10. Like I say, make it work for you. Maybe it's 3 things you need to do. Maybe it's 4 things you need to do. But what are those things that are going to ground you and center you in life? All right. I hope this helped you out today. I'll see you on tomorrow.